Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Today I want to talk to you about the shave the hair. Why talk about the shave the hair? Because we have one of the new monastic member. He joined us, the monastic here, and he have give hair shave. So I talked about meaning of the shave the hair. You know, when Buddha, he was a prince. He shaved his hair and he changed his clothes and become a poor monk, okay? He was born as a prince, but he decided to become a Buddhist monk. So he get out his house. He left his palace and the help and the horse, and he cut out his hair and changed clothes and go to the forest and sit under the tree and practice and become a monk after 49 days, okay? So we have a tradition of shaving the hair. What's the meaning of shaving hair? You know, it's an act of you volunteer do it. Nobody forced the people, the lady or the man, to shave the hair. It's a decision by that person to give up on the attachment to himself, to herself, because you know, sometimes we care about the hair, the teeth. That's the part of the beauty of the person, especially the lady. The teeth and the hair is very important for the lady, for the girl. You know, part of their physical beauty. So give up that. It's a decision, okay? And what the meaning that? The meaning is that generally you volunteer, you know, you see that the attachment, that's something that's very superficial. There's nothing internally, internal attachment. You want to give up that and you show to yourself and the people that that's a very superficial. There's nothing important as the hair and the teeth, the beauty, the personal beauty, that you the appearance. So the beauty of the people, that the inside and the outside. The inside is more important. So we give up the outside appearance and to go back to the inside. We practice ourselves to elevate ourselves. That's the meaning of the shaving the hair. And when we shave the hair, you know, the person volunteered and asked the monastic to help him or her to start shaving the hair. First, you know, she and he go to the house, ask the permission from the father and the mother to join the monastic, because it's not anybody forced him or her to join the monastic. She or he decided. And before they go, by tradition, they'll go to the house, talk to the father, mother. I'm mature now. I'm adult. So I make the decision. I want to be a monastic. I want to be a monk or nun. So I, as a child to you, so I have your permission. So I go to the temple and live a life a monastic. So I will shave my hair. So they have the agreement from the parents, and you go to the temple and ask the monastic, the monk, the nun to help him or her to shave the hair, to give up all these attachments and to join the monastic, have a simple life. To shave hair, that means, you give up all these attachments. It was a very simple life. In the monastery, we're very simple. It's simple. We eat less, eat, sleep less, work more, we practice more. Because when sometimes we have hair, it takes too much time to care for the hair, for your beauty, the attachment. So we give it up, it saves a lot of time for the practice, for the chanting, for the study. And it teaches us not to be attached to all these superficiality. So you see that the meaning of the shaving of the hair. So when that person decided to become a monastic, she and he and go to the temple, ask the permission to join the temple, and then the first thing that and to get the hair cut off. And in here, we do a different step, okay? Like we have a small monastery, we don't have enough people. So the person who enjoy us will help him to have hair shut up. But we don't have enough personnel here. You have to have 3 teachers and 7 witnesses, about 10 people. So to make him or her to become a novice, so Master Quang will help him to find a place in California. We don't have it here in Texas because all the monasteries are too small. So we'll find one in California. They do it about once a year or twice a year. It depends on the occasion. And we'll send him there to get ordained as a novice, as a saji, and he come back here to stay with us for about 2-3 years, and he come back in that monastery again one more time to be ordained as a monk. It takes time, but it depends on the time when they have the ceremony, okay? If they don't do it every year, maybe they do it once or twice every 2-3 years, because it's very expensive, very time consuming, and it takes a lot of people. Usually they do about 10 or 20 people in one time that they do it. So Master Quang Ki, he have a connection with the temple in California. So we make the arrangement for him to go to get ordained as a novice, and he come back here, stay with 2-3 years or 5 years. It depends when they have occasion. They open another ceremony, and then we send him back to be ordained as a monk. That's the meaning of cutting the hair. In Buddhism, we learn to live very simple. Okay? We spend more time in practice. We spend less time eating and taking care of the outside, the appearance. So that's the reason why we cut our hair, we short our hair. It's easier to take care of ourselves and very simple, and it's very hygienic too, okay? We didn't have to take care of everything, and it makes us have more time to do the practice, to do the study. So that's the meaning of the cutting the hair. Because the hair and the face and the beauty, the dress, that's on the lay people. They care about that. On the monk and nun, we don't pay attention about our outside appearance. We spend more time to the practice, and that doesn't mean we neglect ourselves. In Buddhism, we didn't neglect ourselves. We pay less attention to the appearance, but doesn't mean we neglect ourselves. Buddha never tell us to neglect ourselves. We take care of our health, we stay healthy, we eat healthy, we practice the healthy habit. We don't neglect it. So then think that we go in the temple, we neglect ourselves. No, we do not neglect ourselves, but we don't pay too much attention for the appearance at all. Okay, so we understand that. So you see, monk and nun, they still take care of themselves, especially nun. They take good care of themselves. Okay, and you see on the nun, they look good, and they never neglect themselves. So that's the meaning of the cutting the hair. So if you have any question, I try to answer your question about cutting the hair. So the for monk and nun, because we look the same, we have the same appearance, we don't have to care about our hair anymore, our appearance anymore. Nobody put a makeup, nobody put anything, okay? So there's time for the makeup or for the hair, anything. Just keep it clean and healthy, that's all. We stay clean and healthy. So if you have any question about the cutting the hair or the appearance we do for outside monk and nun, and try to answer you. In the monastery, we live very simple. We spend more time in the studying and the practicing. We do a lot of time in the learning and in the reading. We do a lot of reading because we have a lot of sutra, a lot of text. We need to read it, and it's very profound. So it takes time to study, and we spend time to study. There are they say about 6,000 books, or somebody say it is 600, somebody say 180. It depends on the tradition, like the Tibetan monk. They said they have 180 books. On the Mahayana, somebody say 6,000 books, somebody 600 books. It depends on the tradition. But I have a lot of books to study. I look text to study. So it takes time for us to study. Even one book, it is many volumes. It is many volumes. They said one book, but it's many volumes to go over and over. And so it takes time to study. So if you have no question, we go chanting. Yes.
Is there ever a danger of becoming attached to shaving the head? So you're not attached to having the hair, but now you have to keep it shaved. So
you're just asking if there's an attachment to shaving the hair?
Yes. So now you have to get the hair off.
She's asking if there's an attachment. Is there potential for attaching when we shave the head? Can we get attached to the shaved head? She's asking when we shave the head, because if we have the hair, we're attached to the hair. But when we shave the head, do we get attached to shaving the head also?
No, it's not attachment. That's the meaning. That means, because sometimes, especially you woman, you care about your beauty, your appearance. So that you care about the hair. So the action, if you shave the hair, that means you get rid of the attachment. You don't pay too much attention to the appearance. Just to spend more time to practice for the inner self instead of the out self. Okay, that's the meaning. So another thing too, when you don't have a hair, you don't have to spend time to care for the hair because to care for the hair it takes time. Okay, because you are the woman, you have a pretty hair, you know it. It takes time to care for the hair. It's not easy. Just to clean it, to do shampoo, to do something, it takes time. And to dress it, it takes time. So if you don't have hair, it's very simple for you to care for your head. And you take it and you accept it. You said, because I do that, I volunteer to do it to myself. Because that doesn't mean that I neglect myself, but another thinking about instead of spend time for my hair, for my outside beauty, I got more inside and I have more time to practice, to think about the things more important than the hair, the appearance. So that's your own decision. Nobody forces you to cut off your hair or shave your hair. In some disciplines, see many places in Japan, in Tibet, they grow hair because that's the decision of that temple. It's not they can force you to cut your hair or shave your hair. It's up to you. But some temple, like our temple here, we all cut our hair because our own decision that okay, we have our hair cut. But you go to the other temple, no. Some temple said you don't have to cut your hair. If you want to grow your hair, that's fine. Keep it clean, and that's all you have to do. Keep it clean and neat. That be fine. So it's not that important about the hair. Okay, it depends how you think about that, how you think about the appearance out. If you too much attachment to all these things, we don't have time to practice to go to your inner self, because the complete person, that inner and the outer, is not the outer, it's not the inner, it's the outer inner together make the whole. So the whole that, but when you become a monastic, you don't pay much attention to outer anymore. You pay more attention for the inner, so you spend more time there. But when you're outside, you said, no, my outer is very important because I live in society. The people say, look at me, I look neat, I look clean, I look beauty. They like it. If I neglect myself, I said, I'm not a good person. So it's your thinking. But when become a monk and understand, no, because I live simple. All of us, we dress the same thing. We dress simple, we eat simple, and our hair, we don't have anymore. So that's the decision. Okay? Any other question? Everything is yourself, in Buddhism, Buddha teaches us about self-control, self-discipline, self-respect. He never forces us, he never tells us we have to do this, do that. We don't have the doctrine, we don't have, he didn't impose on us. He said, you have to do this to become a Buddhist person. He said, no. to be transformed inside here. You decide what you want to do to yourself, and you practice Buddhism on your own. It's not because Buddha tell you you have to do this, do that. He never say that. I'm the leader of the religion. I have on the doctrine, I have on the things you have to follow. He said, no, I'm a teacher. I teach you. If you follow it, you listen to me, it's up to you, okay? I never force you. I just suggest to you, and I do it myself. I'm as a Buddha, he did himself, and if you want to do like me, you follow me. But if you don't want to do it, it's up to you, okay? In Buddhism, that the religion, we have a lot of freedom. We have a lot of self-discipline and self-respect. Okay? There's nothing, force you to do it. You don't have to do it. Like the other religion, you have to do this, you do that. You don't do that, you go to hell. You do this, you go to heaven. In Buddhism, no. Heaven or hell is right now here. Buddha never tell you heaven's up there or hell down here. He said no, heaven and hell is right here with us. If you live a happy life, you're an intelligent person, you're a good person, you live in heaven right now. If you're not a good person, you don't behave, you do a lot of bad things, you live in hell, right in hell. So everything's from you, okay? So you see, in Buddhism, you learn how to teach yourself, how to respect yourself, how to control yourself. Nobody impose on you. Nobody force you to do something. You don't have to do it. Do it yourself. What you want to do, and it's up to you. Okay? Any other question? If any question, we go chanting. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha.
Please go to page 281. Speech and mind in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the. May the hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Listen, listen, this wonderful sound brings me to my true home. Gratitude we offer this incense to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout
throughout space and time. May it be fragrant as earth. Our careful efforts, our wholehearted mindfulness, and the fruit of understanding slowly ripening. May we and all beings be companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awaken from forgetfulness and realize our true home. Incense in the censer now is burning, all the Dharma in every place, auspicious clouds appearing, our sincere intention thus fulfilled. As all Buddhas now show their perfect body, homage to the incense cloud, Kana Bodhisattva and great Bodhisattvas. Homage to the eternally abiding Buddhas, the supreme Dharma and sagely Sangha throughout the Dharma and the realm of empty space and 3 periods of time. To the fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya, honored future Buddha, Manjushri, great wisdom, Bodhisattva, universal great conduct, Bodhisattva, all Dharma guarding Deva Bodhisattva, and the glorious mountain assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Amitabha Buddha in the land of ultimate bliss, Avalokiteshvara, great compassion, Bodhisattva, great strength, Bodhisattva, restored great vow, Bodhisattva, and the assembly of great pure seed like Bodhisattvas. Body is bringing morning light and concentration. My heart is at peace. Is born on my lips. This is a new day, and I vow to go through it in mindfulness. The sun of wisdom shining in every direction. Noble Sangha diligently bring your mind into meditation. Namo Shakyamunaya Buddhaya. Namo Shakyamunaya Buddhaya. Namo Shakyamunaya Buddhaya. Unsurpassed, profound, and wonderful Dharma is difficult to encounter in hundreds of millions of eons. I now see and hear it, receive and uphold, and I vow to fathom the Tathagata's true meaning. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Samanta Bhadra Bodhisattva. Namo Samanta Bhadra Bodhisattva. Namo Samanta Bhadra Bodhisattva. Purity of body, speech, and mind, I vow to all the heroic Buddhas of the past, present, ones, the finest are all excellent things, the finest robes and fragrances, and heaps of sweet-smelling powders as high as Mount Meru. By the power of my faith in the deeds of Samantabhat, I prostrate and present pass an unequaled offering to each of the victorious Buddhas. I confess every type of wrong that I have in thought, word, or deed, under the influence of desire, anger, or ignorance. I rejoice in the meritorious deeds of all Buddhas of the 10 directions, the Bodhisattvas, Prateka Buddhas, Arhats, Shravakas, and all sentient beings. I request the enlightened protect who have attained the detachment of Buddhahood and illuminated the worlds of the 10 directions, to turn the peerless wheel of Dharma with folded hands. I beseech those who intend to manifest to remain for as many eons as there are atoms in all the pure lands, for the benefit and happiness of all living beings. May whatever small amount of virtue I may have gained from prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, requesting, and beseech be dedicated to attaining perfect enlightenment. May I worship the Buddhas of the past and those now present in the worlds of the 10 directions. May those who come quickly to fulfill their aspiration and reach Buddhahood by traversing the stages of enlightenment. May all the worlds of the 10 directions become pure and filled with Bodhisattvas and victorious Buddhas who proceed to the royal tree of enlightenment. May all living beings in the 10 directions always be happy and free of sickness. May the display of the Dharma be harmony with the needs of all living beings and fulfill their hopes. May I perform all the deeds of enlightenment and remember all my lives in all states of existence and in all my lives after death, migration, and rebirth. I always embrace spiritual life. May I follow all the victorious Buddhas and perfect all the deeds of Samantabhat, pure in the immaculate deeds of morality. May my conduct always be flawless and without fault. May I teach the Dharma in every tongue, in whatever sounds are understood by living beings, in the language of the gods, nagas, demons, spirits, and human beings. May I always diligently and patiently perform the perfections, never disregard my intention to attaining enlightenment, and completely remove whatever faults may obscure it, freed from karma, defilement, and actions of demons, as the lotus is unsoiled by the mire. So in every rebirth in the world may I proceed on in moon in the clear sky throughout all the lands in all the directions. May the sufferings of the lower realms be completely relieved, establishing beings in happiness. May I work for the benefit of all living beings, may accomplishing the activities of enlightenment. May I work in harmony the activities of all beings. May I practice and demonstrate the deeds of Samantabhadra throughout all future eons. I associate with those whose activities are similar to mine. May we act alike, thought, word, and deed, and may our aspirations be as one. May those friends who wish to help me and also demonstrate the deeds of Samantabhadra always meet me again, and may I never cause them pain. May I always personally behold the victorious Buddhas, those guardians surrounded by Bodhisattvas, and without sitting in the midst of their bodhisattvas and performing the activities of enlightenment. In this way may I be able to see everywhere, even on every mote of dust, countless Buddhas, the past, present, and future, limitless pure lands and endless eons. May I always hear each of the victorious Buddhas, which holds within each word the totality of the perfect Dharma in an ocean of words and languages precisely suited to the needs of all living beings. May I possess intelligence so as to heed the endless melody of speech when the victorious Buddhas of the past, present, and future turn the wheel of Dharma. May I accomplish the Bodhisattva's practice of entering the past, present, and future in a fraction of a second. May I enter all the future eons in a single instant. May I behold all the heroic Buddhas of the past, present, and future in a single instant. May I always perform their activities through the power of liberation from illusion. May I perceive on a single atom the perfect design of the pure realms of the past, present, and future. I enter into the realms of the victorious Buddhas in all directions. May the illuminators of the worlds of the future realize the sage of Buddha of turning the wheel and of the profound practice. Always be in their presence. May I acquire the perfectly accomplished powers of enlightenment, the power of miraculous swift, the power of perfection of every spiritual path, and the power of all virtuous quality. May I acquire the power of all pervasive love, the power of the merit of every virtue, the power of all transcendental wisdom, and the powers of perfect knowledge, method, and meditation. May the power of action be utterly purified, the power of passions subdued, the power of demons utterly destroyed, and the power of the deeds of Samantabhadra perfected. May the ocean of lands be purified, the ocean of beings liberate, the ocean of Dharma realize, and the ocean of wisdom fully attain. May the ocean of practice be purified, and the oceans of aspirations accomplished. May the oceans of Buddhas be ceaselessly worshipped, and the deeds of enlightenment tirelessly performed. May I completely fulfill all perfect aspirations to enlightened activity in order to attain the stage of the victorious Buddhas of the past, present, and future, according to the deeds of Samantabhadra. The eldest son of the victorious Buddhas is called Samantabhadra. I dedicate all these victorious actions that my deeds may be like his name. Body, speech, mind, activities, and environment always be pure, and may I become equal to this excellent aspiration of Samantabhadra. May I tirelessly accomplish the virtues and the aspirations of the Bodhisattva Manjushri throughout all future eons. May there be no limit to my activities. May there be no limit to my virtues through limitless perseverance. May I accomplish all miraculous deeds. The limit living beings is like the limit of open space. May the limit of my aspirations be equal to the limit of their activities and passions. Whoever offers to the victorious Buddhas all the perfect joys of gods and men, the infinite realms of the 10 directions, adorned with jewels for as many eons as there are atoms in those realms, they shall gain great merit. But whoever hears this greatest dedication prayer and is inspired by faith to intensely desire supreme enlightenment shall gain even higher and holier merit. Whoever recites this aspiration of Samantabhadra will never again endure hellish rebirth, will abandon all evil friends, and will soon behold the Buddha Amitabha. They will gain all benefits bliss, live in happiness, attain precious human rebirth, and soon become like Samantabhadra himself. Even those who in ignorance committed the 5 unredeemable sins will soon be completely purified by reciting this aspiration of Samantabhadra. They will achieve perfect wisdom, a radiant countenance, eternal form, auspicious physical marks, and a noble birth. Profane and devilish beings will not trouble them. They will be honored in the 3 realms. They will quickly reach the royal tree of enlightenment, residing there to benefit all living beings. As enlightened Buddhas, they will turn the wheel of the Dharma, taming the demonic host. Whoever knows, teaches, or recites this aspiration of Samantabhadra shall ultimately attain perfect Buddhahood. May none despair of complete enlightenment, and whether way valiant Manjushri and Samantabhadra know how to transfer merit, so do I dedicate all my own. This dedication praised by in future I dedicate all of these roots of virtue to accomplishing the deeds of Samantabhadra. At the moment of my death, may all obscurations be removed, that I may behold the Buddha Amitabha and go to the pure land of perfect bliss. In that blissful land may I completely fulfill all of these aspirations and benefit all beings, as long as the universe remains joyful. In that blessed assembly of the Buddhas may I be reborn like the holy ones from an exquisite lotus, and may the Buddha Amitabha himself foretell my own enlightenment. May I thereafter accomplish countless benefits for living beings in all the 10 directions by the power perfect wisdom in its myriad incarnations, through whatever small virtue I have gathered by reciting this aspiration of Samantabhadra. May all the virtue aspirations of living beings be accomplished in a single instant, through the boundless merit gained by so dedicating these aspirations of Samantabhadra. May the countless beings drowning in the torrent of suffering reach the stage of Amitabha. May this greatest of dedication prayers benefit countless living beings. May reciting this order of Samantabhadra release all beings from the suffering of the lower realms. Namo Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. Namo Samantabhadra Bodhisattva. Mantabhadra Bodhisattva. The 10 grave vows of Bodhisattva Samantabhadra, to worship and respect all Buddhas, who make praises to the thus come ones, who practice profoundly the giving of offerings, who repent, reform all karmic hindrances, who rejoice and follow in merit and virtue, to request that the Dharma will be turned, to request that the Buddhas remain in the world, to always follow the Buddha's teachings, to constant accord with all living beings, to transfer all merit and virtue universally. Samantabhadra mantra Om Samayasvam Om Samayasvam Om Samayasvam Om Samayasvam Om Samayasvam Om Samayasvam Om Samayasvam. Heart of the Prajnaparamita, the Bodhisattva Avalokita, while moving in the deep course of Prajnaparamita, and found them equally empty. After this penetration he overcame ill-being. Listen, Shariputra, form is emptiness, emptiness is form, form is not other than emptiness, emptiness is not other than form. The same is true with feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. Listen, Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They are neither produced nor destroyed, neither defiled nor immaculate, neither increasing nor decreasing. Therefore, emptiness there is neither form nor feelings, no perceptions nor mental formations nor consciousness, no eye or ear or nose or tongue or body or mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, object of mind, no realms of elements, no interdependent origins, and no extinction of them, no ill-being, no cause of ill-being, end of ill-being, and no path, no understanding, no Pick nirvana, how Buddhas in the past, present, and future arrive at Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore, one should know that perfect understanding. Mantra, the unequaled mantra, the destroyer of ill being, the incorruptible truth, the mantra, prajna paramita, should therefore be proclaimed. Gate, gate, para, gate, para, samgate, bodhi, swaha, gate, 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 para, samgate, bodhi, swaha, gate, gate, para, samgate, bodhi, swaha, namo amitabhaya, tathagataya, tadyata, amrita, bhavi, amrita, siddham, bhavi, amrita, vikranta, gamini, gagana, kirta, kare, swaha, namo amitabhaya, tathagataya, tadyata, amrita, bhavi, amrita, siddham, bhavi, amrita, vikranta, gamini, gagana, kirta, kare, swaha, namo tabaya, tathagataya, tadyata, amrita, bhavi, amrita, siddham, bhavi, amrita, vikranta, gamini, gagana, kirta, kare, swaha. May all beings without limit, without end, have a share in the marriages now made, and in whatever other merit I have made, those who are dear and kind to me, beginning mother and father, whom I have seen or never seen, and others neutral or hostile beings established in the realms of four modes of birth, with 5, 1, or 4 aggregates, wandering on from realm to realm. If they know of my dedication of merit, may they themselves rejoice, and if they do not know, may the devas inform them by reason of their rejoicing in my gift of merit. May all beings always live happily, free from animosity. May they attain nirvana, and their radiant hopes be fulfilled. Refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and of love. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community that lives in harmony and awareness. In the refuge of Buddha, I clearly see the path of and beauty in the dwelling in the refuge of Dharma. I learn to open many doors on the path of transformation. Dwelling in the refuge of Sangha, shining light that supports me, keeping my practice free of obstruction. Refuge in the Buddha, in myself I aspire to help all people recognize their own awakening people fully master the ways of practice and walk together on the path of liberation, taking refuge in the Sangha and myself. I aspire to help all people build fourfold community, to embrace all beings and support their transformation. Citing the sutras, practicing the way of awareness, without limits, we vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, numerous beings who give guidance and support along the path. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Friendly reminder to everyone that next Sunday is that ceremony that the abbot, Venerable Abbot, was speaking of. So we'll have that service next Sunday at 9 a.m. It's going to be we have multiple services after that, so there will not be an English service next Sunday at 12:30. So no service, but please join us at 9 a.m. for this very auspicious and very rare occasion. Thank you. Namo Shakyamuni.